I have been the last few days at a National League of Cities meeting in Washington, D.C., attending some committee meetings and visiting with lots of our colleagues representing other cities around the country. And I was thinking about talking about that, but I intend on reporting on that later as well. So what I really decided I'd like to spend a few minutes doing is talking about a dear friend of mine and a member of this community who passed away on May 24th of this year, Bill London. He was a huge part of my life here in Moscow, and I just wanted to say a few words. He was and remains, I think, for many people, a big part of Moscow's fabric, and seemed to many that he would always be here. So he left a big hole, but I think his energy will be perpetuated and magnified through those whose lives he's touched. Whether people agreed with him politically or not, I think people often agree that he was smart, connected, impassioned, and determined. He, on a personal level, helped me find a number of jobs, including a job at Neighbor to Neighbor, where I did some Central American peace work in New York, Kansas, and Oklahoma for several months, and then work with the Northwest Coalition for Alternatives to Pesticides, helping pesticide exposure victims for 2 years, and then also helped me get my job at the Palouse Clearwater Environmental Institute. So there were a lot of big parts of my life that he impacted. And of course, he never shied away from giving me advice or his opinions. Whether I took them or not, he was more than willing to tell me what he thought I should be doing or whatever. So he was a terrific person to spend a lot of time with and listen to and tell stories to, and it was really sad to see him leave. He videotaped my daughter's birth in 1990 in July, and we were all joking at that time. So this was 23 years ago. Next week, and we are all joking at that time whether or not the baby was going to come first or the pizza delivery that we had ordered for all of us in waiting. And so it was a fun, interesting time at home with the delivery of my baby, and having Bill there to be one of the videographers was pretty incredible. Bill and Gina, his wife, and his daughter Willow all sang a song and played the piano at a celebration of commitment that Pam and I had many years ago, and it was sung to the tune of Heart and Soul, but it was Tom and Pam. So it was a fun song and very heartfelt from close community friends. He was the person, he co-founded Vision 2020. He was involved in the creation of the Moscow Civic Association, which I think actually the first meeting took place in his kitchen. He and Gina were the king and queen of the Renaissance Fair in 2004. I think that was the year after I enjoyed being the king of the Renaissance Fair. I still think that was, I don't know if it was my favorite, but at the time it was certainly my favorite elected position ever, and it was very much a piece of the community. And I think people who have been royalty at the Renaissance Fair share a certain common ground, I think, with others. He was a connector and built many bridges in this community, and I think a lot of people are sorry to have him leave. But I'm sure that his impact will continue to extend far into the future. There's been a memorial fund established, and I'm working with the people that are putting together some ideas about what we could do for Bill in in the future in his memory. So anyway, it's always a good time to remember those that we love and have passed and have contributed so much to our lives. With that, I'd like to have us all stand and say the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Tom. I appreciate those words. Bill was a friend to a lot of us.